Hey guys, and welcome back to this place. If you are new, welcome here for the very first time. I'm Carmen, and today we are watching Season 2, Episode 5 of Battlestar Galactica. Okay. The last episode, so much happened, right? Adama, he's awake again. Yay! We gotta celebrate that. He did wake up to like a complete shitstorm, really. Apollo and Rosalind have escaped the brig and the Galactica and are now on the run. That's interesting. Callie killed Boomer, which kind of she did her a favor because now she's not going to be a lab rat for the people on the Galactica to test out to see how Cylons work, you know? What else? Starbuck and Hilo have now joined together with a band of humans on Caprica, which apparently there are still humans on Caprica that are alive. And we learned a few of them and their names. I remember Anders. So, yeah. There's a lot happening. That's where we left off, so I'm not gonna ramble too much because I'm curious as to where the heck we're going after this, so let's find out. Have they already been together?
We really don't know what the hell we're doing. A lot of our tactics are stuff we just saw in the movies.
As soon as I get back to Galactica, I'll send a rescue party.
Yeah, right.
She would.
If I say I'm gonna do something, I do it.
You always such a bitch in the morning?
Count on it.
My kind of woman.
I don't doubt it.
We have a mission to accomplish.
I think he has a mission to accomplish.
Fine. Whatever.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't mean to...
Gotcha. Come on. Lighten up a little bit. It's only the end of the world.
I mean, if you can't laugh at that situation, what can you laugh at? This happened much quicker than I was anticipating. I was like, oh, this is gonna build to romance. I see it. They're just like, I mean, it's the end of the world. What are they waiting for?
Once I'm inside, I'll blow the brain and I'll start working on trying to get it...
What's up with Starbuck? Did she get shot? Or is she... What's going on? She did get shot. That's why she's acting so weird. Can someone come back for my girl? We're okay. Hilo, Anders, one of you needs to come back for my girl. Hilo, y'all are friends. Anders, y'all literally just had sex like 5 fucking seconds ago. Adama's back, Adama's back, Adama's back, Adama's back.
There are things we don't say often enough. Things like what we mean to one another. All of you mean a lot to me. I just want you to know that.
Aww, I like that.
Let's get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
I want them found. She was dangerous enough as a symbol of resistance, but now with Lee help, I want to search every ship in the fleet.
Oh my gosh, that's gonna take a long time.
Zeus has returned to Olympus.
Yep, your dad's back.
My father, he's back.
Yep.
Or just came in over the wireless.
That's...
He's a tough old bird.
Yeah. It's good news. Do you know what he's gonna do?
What we really need is something heartfelt that will galvanize the people. Like a son denouncing his father.
Oh, you're asking a lot of him.
My name is Lee Adama. Till recently, I was the commander of Galactica's air group. But when Commander Adama decided to stage a military coup against the president, I could no longer support him or his actions. I love my father.
Okay, good.
I respect him.
Mm-hmm.
But in this, he is wrong. He must be opposed.
I think
I
that...
call on all free-thinking people in the fleet.
He's having...
I can't do this.
Yeah. He loves his dad. Like, what do you want? He's a good kid. Me calling him...
I'm playing the religious card. I know exactly what I have to do.
Okay.
How does this thing work?
I know what I need to do, but not how to do it. Okay, where's my girl at? Looks hospital-y. Who's this?
You're okay.
Okay. It's Rick Worthy, but...
You're in an aid hospital. They brought you in yesterday morning. I'm Simon.
Simon. Okay. Who are you?
Who brought me in?
Yeah.
Big guy named Anders.
And where is he?
He died. On the table.
What?
I thought he was only slightly wounded. Turns out a piece of shrapnel had nicked his aorta.
What? He's been on the show for 2 seconds. He seemed like a character that was gonna last longer than that.
Are you a Cylon?
What do you think?
I think you didn't answer the question.
I am most definitely not a Cylon. Of course, I don't know what you'd expect me to say. If I was a Cylon, I certainly wouldn't admit it.
Facts.
There's the door.
I don't know, you're capable of leaving. You literally had surgery a day ago.
So I am a doctor, not a Cylon.
The jury's still out.
Could be a Cylon doctor.
I may speak on behalf of Specialist Callie. She was distraught, sir, the experience of Cobalt.
I mean, you would think that she wouldn't even be in trouble because it was a Cylon.
Did you love her?
Boomer?
Excuse me?
Boomer, did you love her?
He did.
Thought I did.
You did.
When you think you love somebody, you love them. She was a Cylon.
Okay.
Is that what Boomer was, a machine?
That's what she turned out to be.
She was more than that to us.
Yeah.
She was more than that to me. She was a vital living person. Aboard my ship in almost 2 years. She couldn't have been just a machine.
Yeah.
Could you love a machine?
No, sir.
It's interesting that Adama's having this, like, insight.
Kelly discharged the firearm without permission. 30 days in the brig.
That's not murder.
You'll see her again, Chief.
Boomer.
Excuse me?
There are many copies.
He knows. I mean, her consciousness was downloaded or uploaded or whatever you want to say to, like, another copy of her, right?
I just think it's odd that I've been here for 2 days and I haven't seen anybody else.
I mean, patients aren't going to go into your room.
I think there may be a cyst on one of your ovaries.
Is it serious?
Nah, should be fine. Gotta keep that reproductive system in great shape. It's your most valuable asset these days. Finding healthy childbearing women your age is a top priority for the Resistance.
Why is he checking that anyway? Does she not find this weird?
I mean, that is your most valuable skill right now.
Well, I don't want a child, so just drop it, okay?
Yeah.
Well, no one's forcing you.
I would hope not.
Should have known you'd be sensitive. A lot of women with your history forego bearing children of their own. I saw the fractures on your x-rays. A lot of old fractures from childhood.
Is he saying she was abused as a child?
It's interesting how you managed to break every finger on both hands. Every break in the exact same place between the first and the second knuckle.
Okay, do you need to bring up her trauma in such a rude...
Did someone break your fingers, Carol?
Wait.
Get out.
Like, you are bombarding her with a lot of fucking shit.
Children of abusive parents often fear passing along that abuse to their own children.
Get out! Yeah, like, did she ask to be psychoanalyzed in this moment? Like, after you were just looking at her fucking vagina. Bedside manner, dude. Have you fucking heard of it?
I will give a signal to the fleet. All those wishing to honor the gods and walk the path of destiny will follow me back to Kobol.
We got 5 Raptors with Marine fire team standing by to board the Astral Queen.
You also...
No one's gonna follow her.
Oh, they will.
No one's gonna believe this.
They will... Adama. You did not see the Council of 12 or the Commission of 12 or the Quorum of 12 or whatever the hell they are. There's a lot of religious fanatics out there.
Give them your blessing.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
It's not right.
You did this.
This is your path.
You started it.
The one the gods picked for you.
Also,
The one you picked for yourself.
yeah, I was gonna say, you started this. You made it religious. So now you have to be their religious cult leader. I don't agree with it, but that's what you chose. Okay. I don't think Anders is dead. See, he's not.
She was right here by the vehicles.
She would have got up and crawled the frack out of here. Hey, we have to search the entire area.
Who took her? I knew he couldn't have died after a second.
Wait a minute.
I know where Starbuck is.
Is that 6? No, it is Sharon.
Who is she?
Don't say Cylon, maybe.
She's this.
Okay.
Where is she?
Yes. I knew that Anders was not going to be a one-off, one episode, one and a little bit of more of another episode character. Sorry. That was a long ramble.
Send the signal and jump.
Okay, now to see who goes, if anyone.
2, 3 at the most.
Let's see. I mean, they could just follow her too because they're upset that you declared martial law. It could just be like going against you, going with her. You know?
What's this new scar?
Yeah, I had to go back in last night while you were asleep. Some internal bleeding to tie up. Nothing to worry about. Everything's gonna be fine.
I was gonna say, but I'm worried.
Just about done with you, Starbuck.
What are they doing to her?
Hey, I just woke up.
Now you're going back to sleep.
Near the dock.
I don't trust him. I mean, obviously, I literally know that he's lying. Is he human? And if so, what the hell are they doing? Good job, Starbuck.
Complete removal will proceed tomorrow.
They did something to her ovaries.
Subject will be removed to processing facility for final disposition.
Is that regret?
That's 6. So is he a Cylon? Sharon?
Please help me.
Sharon, we're gonna need your help. By we, I mean Starbuck.
Are you sure you're feeling okay?
You know, something actually has been bothering me lately. I never told you my call sign was Starbuck.
So he is a Cylon. So does that mean we know another model? That's creepy. That's really, really fucking creepy.
Sushan.
Oh, did they impregnate her with a Cylon baby?
No time. Cut the power. That'll kill you. Can't live like this. Please.
If it's her wish,
Please.
I would listen, I guess. She's going so slow. Just gonna hope that. Oh no, oh no. Don't look this way, don't look this way, don't look this way, don't look this way, don't look this way. Oh god. Okay, she's going faster now, which is good. Please tell me Sharon and like Hilo and Anders and them are out there. Please tell me. Oh, it's another one. He's definitely a Cylon. It's them. It's them. It's them. Right?
Here, come on! Let's go! Let's go!
Oh shit. Sharon, right? Sharon. It's Sharon. It's Sharon. Sharon, Sharon, Sharon. Curious how Starbuck's gonna take this.
Wow, like you have a purpose, people! Go, 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 go!
That was quite a few.
24 ships, sir. That's almost a third of the fleet.
He's disappointed. I think martial law could have something to do with this, though. I don't think it's strictly military.
Why?
She doesn't really know. Oh. He cared about her. That is really sad. Like, you know, I didn't think about, like, how he would feel when he woke up and realized that it was Boomer who did it. Like, of course, that would fucking traumatize him.
Call them farms.
What are they gonna do, knock me up with some Cylon kid?
Supposedly they can't reproduce, you know, biologically. They've been trying every which way to produce offspring.
Why? It's one of God's commandments. Be fruitful.
And multiply.
We can't fulfill it. We've tried. So we decided to rape human women.
That's literally exactly what it is.
They have this theory. Maybe the one thing they were missing was love. So Sharon and I, we were set up
To fall in love? They didn't ask Sushan if she wanted to fall in love, all right? They put a tube in her and they hooked her up to a machine!
It's true.
They know who you are, Kara. You're special. Leoben told you that.
Yeah.
You have a destiny.
All right, how many women do they have at these farms?
Hundreds. Maybe thousands.
100. These poor women. The arrow?
Go find Earth.
Is she gonna leave?
What about you?
We'll muddle through. We've managed so far.
They'll kill you.
Probably.
You'll die here. You know that.
A lot of people died here. I'll tell you this. If I'm gonna die here, I'm gonna take out every last one of those fracking farms before I do.
Aww.
I'm not gonna leave you here.
You said you were gonna come back, remember? I'm gonna hold you to it.
I really thought the storyline was gonna be longer. Like her on Caprica with him.
I'm coming back. I said it.
And she does what she says.
Okay.
Let's go home.
I'm like attached to his character now, though. Okay, that's the end of the episode. It's interesting to me that we created like an entire like society sort of situation on Caprica, and now we're just like leaving it. You know, like we built this whole thing up, and then we're just leaving. Are we still gonna follow their story on Caprica? Like, are we still going to see Six and him and the farms and everything on Caprica? Or are we just done with that for now? And then at some point, Starbuck might return and then we'll see that stuff again. All right, you guys. So this episode had a lot of very disturbing things, which I will talk about, but also just a lot of like shocking OMG, what is that happening moments. This was really an episode dealing with Starbuck, talking about Starbuck, and I think also Adama, and sort of focusing a little bit on the trauma that both of them have been through in their lives and in this episode. Okay, so to talk about Adama first, he is awake and he is back in command, and I think that he really seems to be struggling with what Boomer did, as well as just being back. He's grappling with the Cylon's existence as well because of Boomer. I didn't even think that he would, of course, be traumatized by the fact that Boomer is the one who shot him. This person who he knew and cared about for years, that he took strides to protect because she was a member of his crew. And of course, he's going to be upset and conflicted by the knowledge that she's the one who shot him. And he can't even talk to her about it. He can't even question her about it because by the time he wakes up, she's dead. So I think that that's a really interesting thing that I didn't even sort of consider, which was how he would feel about the fact that it was Boomer. You know, I was just so focused on the fact that, like, he's going to be upset, like, all this other shit is happening. Like, when he wakes up, he's going to be like, you declared martial law. My son left. Like, what the fuck? You know? And I didn't even consider, just the trauma of almost being killed by someone you know and trust. So I do think it's interesting, though, because it seems to have given him a different perspective on the Cylons. He was very much, the Cylons are machines. That's it. End stop. No question. Machines. Prior to being shot by Boomer. Now, he's like, they can't just be machines. You wouldn't have fallen in love with a machine, to Tyrell. I wouldn't have cared about a machine. She couldn't have existed on this ship caring about people and having people care about her for years if she was just a machine. There has to be more to it than that, you know? Which is very interesting because we've not seen that from Adama so far. Adama has not had any sort of sympathy for the Cylons. He also told Tyrell, you'll see her again. There are many copies, because he knows that. He knows there's 12 models. We've now seen 5 because of Simon. So I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, I was very surprised by Adama's sort of change of heart. So I'm curious to see how that's going to keep developing as the series goes on. Also, Callie was in the brig, but she's just going to get 30 days because she discharged a weapon without permission, which honestly, I was surprised she was even in the brig in the first place because I wouldn't think that they would consider the fact that she killed a Cylon to be like a punishable offense. Yeah, I wouldn't have even considered that they would consider that bad. But I'm glad that she's getting punished a little bit, I guess. I don't want her anything too drastic to happen to her as well because I like Callie and she did go through a hell of a trauma on Cobalt, so I understand her stance in it as well. Speaking of the fact that we now know 5 of the 12 Cylon models with Simon, aka Rick Worthy, who I know mostly from Supernatural, but I also met him. He's very nice. Anyway, What was I gonna say? We know 5 of the 12 Cylon models. Okay, I gotta talk about these farms and Starbuck and all of that. It's gonna take a minute because there's so much to say. One, Rick Worthy has such a great voice. He always, you just like when you hear him, you're like, that's Rick Worthy. Anyway, sorry, beside the point. He's creepy as fuck, okay? Like, these farms are disturbing as fuck. Oh, I really hate them. Oh, it really makes me very on the icky side of the Cylons again. So there's definitely, like Kara pointed out, a lot of lack of consent happening. Perhaps some of the people consented to this. I would doubt that there was any true consent from any of the participants, but we'll see. Also, from the minute that he was talking about her ovaries, doing a pelvic exam on her, I was like, what the fuck is happening? If you've ever been in the hospital for anything that was, just a normal hospital visit, a normal hospital stay, whatever, they don't just do pelvic exams on you, okay? Like, I'm not sure why Starbuck did not think that that was weird, because they don't just look down there for the hell of it, I would be very concerned if I was in the hospital for something completely unrelated, like a gunshot, and they're like, and let's check your ovaries and shit. I'd be like, excuse me, what the fuck? Back up. No, that's weird. So that was very concerning. Very weird when they started talking about you need to have kids. It's your duty to further humanity. This is, this is what you're worth now. And actually you're worth a lot because you're one of the few, which disgusting anyway. She doesn't want to have kids. Just leave it at that. At least she doesn't want to have kids right now. Maybe she doesn't ever want to have kids. Totally fine. Just if she says that, leave her the fuck alone. There was just a lot of the farms, super disturbing. Honestly, love Anders all the more for saying that, maybe he will die on Caprica, but he's gonna take all the fucking farms out first. As a woman, the idea that it's the end of the fucking world already. Shit is almost as bad as it could possibly get. And then you're taken and your body is used against your will for them to produce babies. How is it that when shit gets bad, it always gets worse for women? Just real fucked up. It's I really hate it a lot. Sorry. It fucks with me because it's just so disturbing, I've been pretty lenient towards the Cylons in general, as you guys know, throughout this. Some people say too lenient. This is a big thing that's making me very anti-Cylon in general at the moment, because it's just so fucked up. I don't feel the need to explain why it's so fucked up, because it should be fucking obvious. But yeah, ew, it's really affected me how fucked up it is. Anyway, I gotta move on, because what else can I say? Speaking of shitty things in this episode, we also learned that Starbuck has a lot of very old injuries on her x-rays, which indicates that they occurred when she was a child, and the pattern of the injuries indicates that they were purposefully inflicted by a parent. So that's really interesting, because Starbuck mentioned her dad and the music that she was listening to in the one episode was music her dad listened to, right? So you would think if it was him, then she wouldn't still listen to the music. So was it her mom? In which case, was her dad complicit in it or unaware of it? Or did he pass away? Did her parents die? And then whoever took her in after that hurt her? I'm not sure. It breaks my heart that she went through that as a child. No child should ever go through that, obviously. Again, another thing that goes without saying. I think it does add a interesting perspective, more perspective on her character and the reason that she is the way that she is. But yeah, Starbuck just really breaking my heart in this episode. And the actress who plays her, she did great. She's fucking amazing. Like, sometimes I think that I want character information and I kind of don't, because it's just really sad. It's like everything that I learned about Starbuck that deepens her character also breaks my heart. So, and then she finally found like this nice connection with Anders, and then she had to say bye, and then there she's gonna come back, but like I just feel like either he's not gonna be there, he's gonna be dead. I don't know. It's just it doesn't. I don't feel like it's gonna have a happy ending, and I still ship her more with Apollo. Oh, 24 ships followed Rosalind when she decided to make it religious, which I knew a lot of ships would follow. I didn't think a third of the fleet would follow. I thought a lot, though. I thought way more than they thought. They're like, 2, maybe 3. I'm like, that's going to be more than 2 or 3. I like that Lee didn't choose to come out against his dad, right? I like that. I didn't think that he would. I thought that it was going to take a lot. And even his recorded message wasn't really against Adama, you know? He was kind of like, you know, I love my dad, but I think he's wrong in this situation, which I don't think would have been like a rallying message, really. So I can understand why they went a different way. But I'm also really glad that he stood up for what he believes in, again, as I always love Lee for doing. And he didn't go against Adama, which I think is important. And I really hope for a reconciliation of that relationship at some point. So I think it's good that he didn't as well. It is kind of disturbing to me that Rosalind is going the religious route, because I approve of a democracy, right? Where the people choose who they want to lead them. I don't approve of like a theocracy, I think that's what it's called, right? When it's like government run by religion. Let me look it up, excuse me. Yeah, okay, a theocracy, right? Like, I'm not really for that, because there's obviously a lot of ways in which that can go wrong. And, you know, I don't like the idea that you force people to believe in a certain thing. Like, some people can believe and some people cannot believe. And whatever you believe or don't believe or lack of belief is perfectly valid and good. So, like, I don't know. I don't like that. So I think that Rosalind is still for democracy, but she's using religion to rally people to her cause instead of just trying to get people to come to her cause regardless of religion, you know, which I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I still like Rosalind. I still like Lee. I don't like this weird, like, theocracy that's kind of forming around her. You know, like, I don't agree with martial law, but I also don't agree with the theocracy. So I am glad, so glad that Sharon came back with the ship in this episode. She came in clutch, and I think that Starbuck is, like, obviously not forgiving her, definitely based on the conversation with the farms. Don't blame her at all. Especially since she almost got, you know, we know what the situation was. I don't need to say it. However, I'm glad that Sharon came in, and she came in clutch, and she helped us, and now we're on our way back to complete chaos with the Galactica and everything. But we'll see how the arrow of Apollo works. I've probably forgotten a lot. If I have, I'll talk about it in the next episode. Speaking of the next episode, you can watch it right now over on Patreon if you're watching this on YouTube. That will be linked in the description down below. You can also watch my entire full-length reaction to this episode and every single episode thus far of Battlestar Galactica over on Patreon as well. And I think it's fun. I talk to people in the comments a little bit, and I don't know, I have fun talking about Battlestar Galactica. And I have to avoid most of the comments on YouTube because I don't want spoilers. So I will see you guys next week for more Battlestar Galactica. Until then, bye guys.